Hello everyone, this is Oblivion and welcome back to another episode of Liminal Industries. So in the last episode we set up the empowerer and the induction smelter so we could craft some empowered void crystals and also some electron vacuum tubes. These use electron. Anyways, we had a small setup there and between episodes I just made out the rest of the items that I needed. So in this episode, we want to work more towards making the reality frame. So we only really need these three middle ones, these ones on the sides. This I can do later, and I also don't really need trees because I have a bamboo farm. So if we're looking at this in terms of like what's most important, I guess it'd probably be pretty important to get some more gold because I don't want to have to run around the back rooms doing the, what is it? Circuit breakers anymore. So if I get the centrifugal separator, it means that I can make the confusing powder, and you can use the confusing powder in a crucible to make gold. And it's also used for the reality alloy. So we can start with doing that, which should just be a matter of basically just sticking a, what is it, igneous extruder against a wall. So it does need to be against the wall, right? Carpet dust, accumulator next to it, carpet beneath it. Okay. So if I put a machine straight below here, I should be able to use the power from above. So if I do this and this and this, I should get carpet dust. Good. And then I should be able to craft the centrifugal separator, which needs some tin, redstone flux coil. I should be able to craft 3 of those. We want 1, 2, 3. And then we want, what are we missing? We're missing a compass. We can craft that. If I had any iron. So let's go upstairs and get some more iron and get some more tin. I should also probably check if I've got all of the resources for the other machines. So we want some tin and we want some more iron. And I want some more iron sheets. There we go. The iron will be coming along the line from down there. Not that one, apparently. So what does this require? This requires bronze, which I have a couple of, but I was actually going to use that bronze for something else. I was going to use the bronze for the ball cast, but it seems like I need some more, so that is the copper and the tin, which I can do pretty easily. So 1, 2, and 1. Let's go chuck that in here. We don't need to use it right now because we already have some. Is it the other way around? 2 tin, 1 copper? Hello? Am I doing this wrong? Oh, it's 3 copper. Okay. 3 copper. There we go. So we'll pick that up later. I should have all of the stuff to make the centrifugal separator. Come on. There we go. And I should also have the wire connections. So there's a connector. There's the wire coil itself, and then LV wire. One of those sets. I think at some point we'll have to set up the glowstone production. Either that or we could, I think Britannia lets you turn redstone into glowstone, so we could be lazy like that. Anyways, we want our centrifugal separator here. We want to force pull from there And then we want to put a wire on top to here. Does that work? No. Maybe we can do a relay right next to it, which is kind of silly, but you do what you got to do. There we go. So we have wire straight down, we have power, we have carpet dust, and we should be able to auto output into some kind of barrel. Barrel. Very nice. So that's step one, which is the confusing powder. How slow is this? It's 10%. Okay, that's fine. We might want to put a augment in here so that it runs faster, but we can work on the next things, which should be setting up stuff for the arc furnace. So this requires the multi-servo press and the pulverizer. I think we can do the pulverizer first. So let's set that up next to the induction furnace. We probably want to remove that. Okay. Then we do something like this. 1, 2, 3. And then we use this like that. And then we use B for backpack. We want a block of iron, and we want this multi-servo press. We should be able to put all 3 of these down, and we should be able to get some more LV wire, like so. So we can go there and there. So all these have power. This one I made an augment just to run the fluorescent tubes and the vacuum tubes faster. Anyways, if we look at this, we need hot graphite ingots, which requires coke dust. And I've already done the math ahead of time, and it requires exactly a stack and 32 of the coal coke being crushed in the crushing wheel. So if I chuck this in here, and we start looking at what's required next, we need a whole bunch of different stuff for the arc furnace. So do we want to make more blast bricks, or do we want to use the stuff that we already have? I don't think we want to make more because it requires let's have a look. I think we have plenty of steel. We can use this one. So if I go check that, we have those 3 placed down. We're working on this. We need a inscriber. And I haven't actually checked how AE2 power works, because we need all this kind of stuff. But one of the other things that I know we need to work on is the terrestrial agglomeration plate. So, because I don't really know how AE2 works, we can go make some runes. So if I have all of this coke dust, there we go. I should be able to, what is this? Coke dust turns into hot graphite ingots with an ingot cast. Turns out I need more bronze than I thought. So let's do like a whole bunch. 5, like so. And then we need to turn these into plates, right? Multi-servo press. This one. You might as well take the augmentation out and put it in that one. Nice. And then we should be able to get a brick. Do I have a brick? I don't think I have a brick. Brick? What about clay? Do I have any clay? I do have clay. Give me one clay, please. Thank you. And then I can take this out, put this on the ignore list, and then chuck that in there. Should cook one brick, please. There we go. Now I can make my ingot cast. Very nice. And then we want to do this. This augment is great. Then we can do pulverizer. And I should be able to do some more of these. So as far as I can tell, we need a ball cast, which requires 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We need some more of those. We should also have like a barrel that we can put all this stuff in. There we go. It's like how I do Tinker's Construct, where I have a barrel for all the casts. Okay, that's hot graphite dust, and then we can use that to make the graphite electrodes. And you just need 4 plates. So we can take this out, and we can do this, and we can use a stick, and this, and then we need a ball cast, which is a slime ball, and that. Very nice. We can stick that in there and that in there. Awesome. We now have 3 graphite rods for the arc furnace. Actually, instead of doing Britannia, we can do Britannia next episode. Let's focus on setting this up. So we need 10 of the light. How many of the other ones? 5 of the heavy. Very nice. We need a cauldron. We need sheet metal slabs, sheet metal, scaffolding. We need a redstone engineering block. Where is it? There. Sheet metal, redstone block. Let's look at the book. Heavy machinery, arc furnace. Pause, layer by layer. That doesn't really help as much as just looking at this. Sheet metal slabs, sheet metal, scaffolding, steel. So, steel sheet. Okay, yep. Figures. I should have set this higher in preparation, but we can make some more steel plate, just like that. We can grab whatever steel that we do have and start looking at this. That's 12, we need 14, right? I should just take a screenshot of this. Put that on my side. Yep, very nice. We need 8. So give me that, please. Very nice. So yeah, it's 14 of the slabs. There we go. It's 8 of the blocks, which we don't have enough of. Do we have more? Yep. That's 7. Can I just grab... I think the press is doing 1 at a time, but it should be doing more than that. Actually, I should be able to change the recipe on the board to do like 16 at a time. Yeah, so 16 and 16, cancel those, save that. So it should send a whole 16 to here instead of 1 at a time. There we go, perfect. Much faster. Is the iron the same? No, it's not, it's 5 at a time. Let's do 16 at a time for this one as well. Perfect. Now I should be able to grab a whole bunch more of these. Very nice. Now, what am I missing? I'm missing these ones. I am missing... What is that one? Block of steel. Ah, interesting. So 6 blocks of steel and 6 scaffolding. So steel ingots and steel rods. Okay, so I can just use ingots for those. I'm betting that I already have some steel scaffolding. I do. Let's look at... So we only need 5. So we only need 1 set of this. Made too many rods. And then we should be able to just grab the rest of the steel required from this guy. Very nice. And then we need 6 blocks of steel. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I should be able to put the rest of what I don't need in the backpack. 3 in there. 4 in there. 3 in there. I only need 1 of these. I think that's all of it. Sort that, put those away. Now, if I just do this, let's put some stuff away. Like that. And I'm sure the arc furnace would appreciate its dedicated power supply. Let's put that away. Put that away. Let's put this one away. Very nice. I am missing 1 block. Where is it? In there. So we can put that away. We can put these guys in there. Now we want to do the arc furnace. So we can go down to the bottom level. Very curious where the power goes in. 3 connectors at the back. So maybe we want to do it facing this way. So if I look at the blocks, and then this, and then this, and this guy. So where do I start? There. 1, 2. And then there's a scaffolding block here. Cauldron right at the front. One, 2. Yep. Nope. Okay, that's all of the slabs. We go up to the next level. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have the light blocks. 1, 2, 3. And we have more of these guys. And then this. And the redstone block goes there. Next level. We have the last of these two. We have these two. And we have 3 more lights. And then this, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that comes out one further. And then we go out one more. We have scaffolding, light. Like that. Like that. And then we have the last of the blocks. And where do we hit it? We hit it on the cauldron. Awesome. So I should be able to just hit this with a hammer. And we have our arc furnace. So, abracadabra. Awesome. And he set it up so that the power is right next to this. Perfect. I am very curious how much power this thing uses. Oh, we got a party popper. How are we for time? We still have like 10 minutes in the episode. Too fast. We could have a look at this. Let's have a look at the blast chiller, maybe? Just pump some water in and get some snowballs. Or we could just give this guy power. So, if I wanted to make some alternators, let's say I wanted to make 3 alternators. That is not enough for 3 alternators. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough for 3 alternators if I get the light engineering blocks. 3. Very nice. And then I should be able to do something like a gearbox and a belt. Where's my gearboxes? There it is. So we do a gearbox, shaft, brick, brick, shaft, shaft, belt, alternator, 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 and then we do, where is it? We need more of those. Not enough terracotta. Let's grab some more clay. We have 40. Very nice. And then we can do this, and then we can chuck this into here. I missed it. I was trying. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Go in here, make some more of those, perfect. And we also need more LV, so we also need more copper wire. There we go. Stick this in the backpack, grab that, stick that in the backpack, craft some more wire. Very nice. And now we can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Now, how does this go in terms of making steel? So steel in the arc furnace. Arc furnace, we need coke dust. Okay. So just crush it. That's pretty easy. So say I wanted a stack of steel, I just grab 2 stacks of coal coke. I chuck it in the crusher over here. I can obviously automate this, but chuck it in there. And what else do we want to do? We do want to check that the thing works. Do I have more iron? Very nice, that's 2 stacks. Let's grab that. I've heard that this is very loud. So if we look up steel in the arc furnace, it just goes on the left side and then the additives go in here. The electrodes go on the top, and we do that. Nice. Hey, perfect. Hopefully it's not too loud on the recording. Alright, so I think, even though it's a short episode, I think that'll be it for the episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.